What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And today, well, we're obviously somewhere slightly different. I'm actually on a family holiday, or family and friends holiday, up in the Highlands of Scotland, and I needed a bit of a break from sun and beach and all that stuff, so I thought I'd make a part 2, a follow-up to my question and answers from just a few days ago actually. Again, still completely blown away how many people are out there with so many questions still kind of unanswered from suppliers, websites, and other YouTube creators. So here's part 2 of me hopefully answering as many questions as possible and getting to the bottom of the issues that you think might be preventing you from purchasing a phone from China, and in particular the Vivo X Fold. First things first, what I want to talk about, and I can't do it in too much detail, is a comment I had asked, and I'm really sorry, if I have time I'll pop up the comment here, but it was way back, what seems like months ago, but it was only last week, and it was all about cases. They'd asked which case I used to protect my X Fold. To be honest, I don't use a case all too often, but when I do, like right now, obviously I'm out and about, as I said, at the beach, at parks and stuff for the kids. So I've popped a Custodia case on it. It gives front and rear protection. How much protection, I'm not entirely sure, but I can say that the phone is still immaculate, both on the outside and the inside. Absolutely immaculate. So I use a Custodia case. I have waiting for me at home, at my real home, not the holiday home, I have a clear silicone TPU bumper case that I got for £5 off eBay, and from Gizstop a carbon fibre like material. It was 30 quid. I don't think it's carbon fibre, but it looks like carbon fibre, and that's a bumper case for front and rear. So I'll show you those in an upcoming video, maybe even a dedicated case video for the X Fold, we'll see. Okay, so the first question here comes from Mats Stamos, and he says, or they say, you say notifications are perfect. Can they be managed by the app themselves? So the app specifically. So examples would be, what is that? Chomp SMS lets you set a unique notification for any contact. I guess along those lines, yes, notifications do come through perfectly. I've mentioned already, you just have to increase the battery mode from standard or low power to high power, and that's within each individual app, so that it pushes the notification through in real time. And as far as setting different tones and alerts for certain apps or indeed contacts, absolutely, yeah, my wife and other family members have different ringtones, so I know which ones to ignore. Yes, you can do that. Next question comes from Reginald Pierre, and this is a question I've had a couple of times, and apologies for not getting to it. I think this is just a feature baked into most, if not all, Android devices at this time, and Vivo is an Android device no matter where it's coming from. But the question is, does Vivo provide a secret folder like Samsung does? And I guess he's talking like second space or thought protection, all those kind of things. And yeah, absolutely. So just to quickly show you, in the settings menu, if you scroll down to, so it's called the Origin privacy system. So in here I type in my privacy code and I can access files, folders in there. You can also clone a profile, so I can set this up that my right fingerprint opens up one profile, say a play, like my usual social profile, but then I could use my left fingerprint to open up a work profile, and you can do that all through the setup with your fingerprints and through the Origin privacy system. Again, if you want a step-by-step guide on that, Google is your friend. It works just like the Samsung you mentioned or MIUI. All those work the same. Okay, so next and very, very important question that in all the videos I've done so far I haven't actually covered, and that was kind of the setup of the phone itself. There's a main reason for that, but to answer your question, V4SYG, maybe want to think of a different username, but that's okay. I appreciate the question. I definitely appreciate you watching. So hi there, thanks for your reviews so far. You're very welcome. Can you switch phones using Smart Switch? So yes, Android devices can do that. I haven't done this because I didn't actually set up this phone. So the Vivo X Fold, because I bought it from Wanda Mobile and because it's a Chinese device, it was already set up for me. The Google Play Store was already installed. Essentially all they do is they just set up the code with a passcode. As soon as you get it, you set up your own fingerprint, face unlock, passcode, so it's all privately locked to you. But I didn't transfer over any files. If I reset my device, I would have to go through the whole process of changing it from Chinese to English, downloading the Play Store, downloading all my apps again, and that would just be a nightmare. So no, technically Smart Switch will not work for you if you're buying it from somewhere like Wanda or Gizstop. But when you log into your Google account, so when you download Gmail from the Google Play Store, for example, as soon as you log into Gmail, you're logged into your Google account. So all apps you download automatically sync to your Google account, all passwords, all cards, so all that stuff is there. All the autofill features are there when you download Gmail from the Play Store and log in. Not quite Smart Switch, but it's something. Okay. So I didn't mention this in the description, I haven't mentioned it anywhere else, but this is a bonus for those of you that have made it to this point in the video. You are the only ones that are going to be eligible to win this amazing piece of kit. So full disclosure, Zeera have provided this unit for free for me to review, to keep, and when I said that I'd really like one to give away, they came through. They gave one to give away. So for all you Apple phone users out there, or wireless charge fans, Apple came out with the MagSafe Duo last year, maybe even 2 years ago, and it can charge your phone and your AirPods at the same time, all for the glorious cost of £129. And it can charge them at about 5 watts. Super. Well, Zeera have came through, come a cropper, and created this, their own 3-in-1 travel charge dock. Beauty. The exact same silicone type material, better wireless charging speeds, and it's a 3-in-1. So yes, you can see here that there's space for your phone, your AirPods, and your Apple Watch, or any other wireless charging watch, but basically targeted at Apple Watches. So this device on the Zeera website is £55, but they're doing a discount just now, and there's a link in my description to get 10% off. But for one of you, and I've been using this on holiday, I've mentioned I'm on holiday, this is so handy. I'm off to the States next month and I'll be taking it with me. 10-watt charging, and there's little light indicators to show you. They light up here and they show you which side, left, middle or right, is charging. So what I've got is a spare one, unopened, unused, that I'm going to give away to one lucky commenter. All you have to do is comment the word Zeera to confirm you are spelling it Z-E-E-R-A. I will randomly draw a name out of the hat of all the people that comment the word Zeera, and I will be announcing the winner of that on my next video, which will be happening in a few days, so you don't have long. Okay, so comment the word Zeera. I'll get in touch with you. We'll figure out how to get in touch with me through my social media platforms, and I will send you to your address free of charge. I will send you a 3-in-1 wireless charger, proper premium device for essentially nearly a third of the price of just the 2-in-1 that Apple offer. Yeah, super impressed. Okay, so next question slash statement. Sounds like they've resolved it, but from a loyal follower since these Vivo videos started getting uploaded, and that's Morb FTW. Hi Morb. Tell me in the comments, what's your name? What's your real name? But Morb is fine. The Vivo's arrived, so I hope you're enjoying that. I know you will be. So nice piece of tech, yep, but you have one issue. You had to install Chrome from an APK. Did I have a similar issue? No, sorry, I'm not sure how you went about installing Google Play Store. I can't remember if you bought it from Wanda. I think you did, so it should have been set up just the same as mine, but when I downloaded Chrome from the Play Store, it's Chrome. I didn't have to do anything different, and again, it is all synced up with my passwords and everything else that Google features come with, the autofill features. No, I have no APKs. These are all the exact same apps that you would buy for, you would download and install from the Play Store on any device bought in the EU, USA or China. No APKs sideloading bar one, and that's the Wear OS app. If you want to know about Wear OS for your, well, we're in a Garmin today, but if you want to know about Wear OS for any of your Wear OS devices, then you can find the answers to installing that on part one of this little mini series. Sean Williams, can you use your phone as a hotspot? Absolutely, 100%. So if you've got any device on you, for anybody out there, just go into settings, connections, mine's settings, connections, and other networks, and then just tap on personal hotspot, and then you can turn it on. It'll give you a generic password, or you can create your own password. You can allow only contacts to share your hotspot, allow only certain people, or allow everyone to share your hotspot. But yeah, this works with all 4G and 5G bands here in the UK that I've noticed so far. I'm getting 5G here in the Highlands of all places. Yeah, personal hotspot works fab, to be honest. I have used it, it does work. Okay, next question comes from ENG, so Eng Ahmed, or Ahmed. And you've got a two-part question. I'll answer the first part first, because it's very straightforward. Does Bluetooth work? Essentially, does Bluetooth work just as normal? Absolutely, 100%. As you'll know if you watched any of my other videos out with the Vivo X Fold, I have lots of tech. My AirPods Max, my AirPods Pro, my Beats Pro, all my headphones, my Sonys, all headphones work seamlessly using the Bluetooth. No issues. Actually, a better connection on this device than I do with my S22 Ultra using the Bluetooth. So yes, Bluetooth works. But the second part of your question, and this has been asked, I want to say at least 5 times, and it's about Android Auto. I've looked into it, I've done some digging, I've tried it on 2 different cars, it doesn't work. I want to whisper that because it does, I know it's going to put a lot of people off, but it doesn't work. And that's with or without a cable. I've tried both. So connecting wirelessly, 100% won't work for me, and I know for a lot of other people. And connecting with the wire, it comes up essentially when you plug in the wire. I should have taken screenshots, but it just comes up with an Android Auto website, and it's like check your car's status, and actually my car, which I thought didn't support it, does. So my car does support it. It's a brand new car, it should, but the phone isn't listed as one of the devices that support it. I didn't expect it to be because it's a China only phone, but I thought I'd get away with it, and no, it just won't set up. Android Auto won't set up. And in that vein, I don't know if this is a blocker in the system or if I've just not done it right. Normally I would just connect via Bluetooth to my car, but even the Bluetooth won't work in setting up, or not setting up, but just streaming music, playing music. Essentially just using my car speakers as a speaker through Bluetooth won't work either. There's obviously something blocking the technology there, or the permissions. So I have to use my wife's iPhone to play any music for the kids in the back of the car, sadly. So yeah, that is a big one. Android Auto does not work. So we talked about this before, and I'd replied to Don already in a previous question because they were saying about not being able to respond to messages in the drop-down notifications. I was saying that I didn't have that issue, but he's posted an update, or they've posted an update here, just an update. So they're actually just released a software update, which I must have installed without knowing before Dawn, and you can now respond from the notification side, which is great. And he's put there, maybe Vivo's watching the vids. I highly doubt it, but if Vivo, you are watching my videos, send me some phones. Thank you. On a side note, I do want to take this time to say thank you very much again for all the comments. Between the last 3 or 4 Vivo videos, we're over 200 comments, which is just mental for a channel my size with only 1,700 and odd subscribers. But again, for me, that's up nearly 200 in just the last 5 weeks. So yeah, I think that's all down to you Vivo or China mobile phone buyers. So thank you very much for all that support as always. So final question for today, and then I just want to talk about one other thing. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do it in another order. So the last thing I want to talk about is Google Pay. This has come up again, much like Android Auto. This has come up quite a few times. I can't get Google Pay to work. Absolutely not. But will not work for me, no matter if I download Google Pay from the Vivo store rather than the Google Play Store, like I did with Wear OS. It won't work for me. It goes through all the process and all the right steps that all my other Android devices does. As soon as it tries to speak to my bank, it will not work, which is just odd to me because all my bank apps work absolutely fine. There was no issue installing the RBS or Virgin or Revolut, any of those apps. So yeah, slightly disappointing that Google Pay will not work. So apologies if I have said otherwise or I've not been clear. I had hoped that I'd get a workaround and be able to show you that workaround, but unless any of you can pop in the comments down below a workaround to get Google Pay working, then I'm afraid Google Pay is out for now. So I'm not here to bash Samsung and brag about how good my Vivo X Fold is, but as we know, the Unpacked event was yesterday, and I did set a reminder. I was too busy playing with the family to watch it live, but I did catch the Unpacked event, and no surprises. It's the exact same flip and exact same fold as last year. Guys, this isn't a bad thing. This is just what it is. Samsung will continue to do this. Samsung are the Android Apple. They're only going to incrementally, tiny steps by steps, release slightly better devices with the latest Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip. Super. Trust me when I say this, the Snapdragon 870G or 870 Plus was more than enough chip to deal with 99.9% of people's use cases. The fact that the Vivo X Fold comes with the 8 Gen 1, super. That's more than any of you watching will ever need from a mobile phone. So, does the fact that the Samsung Z Fold 4 come with the 8 Plus Gen 1 make it a better phone? Absolutely not. Because I'll tell you now, the battery life on the Z Fold 4 will be worse than my X Fold. The X Fold gets me 2 days consistently, and I will be breaking this down in a full review. But to try and keep it positive, if I can, regarding Samsung, I'm glad they're offering more options for people. The cameras have got slightly better with their 30 times zoom and a 50 megapixel main camera. The cameras are getting better. It's just the tech around that. For me, what Vivo done in their first iteration of a fold, people have to remember that. Samsung, this is their 4th attempt and they're still falling behind Vivo's first attempt at a fold phone. Unbelievable what they've managed with the hardware and software integration. Yes, multitasking could be better. Yes, sometimes the software is a bit quirky, but trust me, it's the same on any Samsung device as well. You get some quirks, especially with the flip variant of a fold phone. What I was hoping to see was a reduction in price from the Samsung, because again, bear in mind, there's no import tax when you're buying from Wanda, so the price you pay on Wanda is the final price. So for £1,400, £300 cheaper than the Z Fold 4, you're getting the Vivo X Fold with its better specs all across the board. I've taken so many pictures this week that I will be posting in my ultimate 2-week, or by the time I post it, it'll be a 3-week review using the Vivo X Fold. If you're still on the fence and my videos to date haven't swayed you enough, trust me, if you're choosing between the Samsung Z Fold 4 and the Vivo X Fold, there's only one winner. There really is only one winner, and this is coming from a man that owned the Z Fold 3, that had good experience with the Z Fold 3 until my eyes were opened by what the Vivo could offer. Also, the Mi Mix. The Mi Mix Fold 2 is coming out soon. There will be another Oppo Find Fold device out soon. There are other options out there, and the more that we support these manufacturers and buy them and import them, the more that hopefully people like you and I buying these Chinese imports will mean that they eventually come to our shores and we don't have to think of workarounds for certain features like Android Auto and Google Pay. But I'm happy to have some form of manual process to my phone, because it means that I get to hold the device in my hand for a bit longer, and it's a nice device to hold. Anyway, that's been it. You know I'll be back soon. You won't miss me too much, but I'll see you in a few days, and I will be dropping that full review soon. Yeah, take care.